single champion.
Yep.
Like, doesn't actually matter, right? Player of the game is 1-0-0. You know, Soraka on the winning team is 0-3-1. like, what is happening? But either way, you know, will Echo Fox go right back to the 1-3-1? Are they going to be allowed to? P1 taking Rise off the table. That's already one change up. First two bans going to be the same here for Echo Fox. They have to decide what number 3 is going to be. You know, are we going to see triple bans on Froggen once again, or do you say, oh god, I don't want to deal with the Jax anymore? You know, what is the response for P1?
Well, we're deep into Champion Select, so same bans for Echo Fox, if I recall correctly. Twitch, Bud, and Karma. P1 with the Anivia, Rise, and Vladimir.
Yeah, Cassiopeia left up this time, so that is a change. The Rise, you know, was a change as well. So Victor is up, Cassiopeia is up. Those are two that were taken away from Froggen last time. Does he feel like first picking any of them this time? I don't really think there's a big need to. Rek'Sai makes a lot of sense, that S-tier jungler right now. Both these junglers have kind of shown from last draft, they didn't really care about Nidalee. It did fall through the cracks, didn't get picked or banned, and that's a very high presence jungler. So we'll see what P1's response is going to be.
I like it a lot from Hard. I think he had actually a really solid Rek'Sai game, and if you're going to play 1-3-1, Rek'Sai's probably the best jungler to do so.
Yeah, it's great. You can move around the map very well. You can threaten early ganks. You have, you know, extra vision for your team because you build very easily into the sight zone in addition to having the Tremor Sense. So there's a lot of advantages to playing with the Rek'Sai. It's super consistent, super safe. Worked out well for them in game 1. Why not go back to it in game 2?
Well, if it ain't broke, as they say, as P1 locking some things in. There's Ashe, there's Braum. They're going to steal the Ashe away from Keith, which I like, but Gate going to stick to his guns there on the melee support.
So will be the Braum again. Ashe, as you said, taken away. That's an easier way to kind of engage. This is one way to add even more engage, right? So you can get picks with the Ashe arrow. If people are going for this 1-3-1, you have your squad in the mid lane. If you can catch someone with the Ashe arrow, engage, kill them really fast, that is a way to make something happen for P1. So we'll see what else is going to come in for the rest of the squad. Soraka, Sivir, going to be locked in. Very frightening 2v2 lane here, I have to say. Should be able to outpush early. Has a lot of poke, has a lot of harass. Could be a tough 2v2 matchup and may result in P1 trying to avoid that and going to a lane swap.
Yep, they did lane swap in game 1, but Echo Fox were more than comfortable in that situation.
Yeah.
80 carries have actually traded here, so this time Keith will be on the Sivir, but the supports will remain the same as Soraka. Sivir were the picks there for Echo Fox. P1, we'll see what the next direction of their draft is. Do they, like you said, do they match those 1v1 matchups, expecting Fox to play late? Fox haven't really shown anything now, or do they just say, you know what, let's pick, you know, more aggressive champions, let's pick stronger, and try and play a bit faster and be a bit better in the team fights here?
Yeah. I mean, they can just go mid lane jungle right now and leave that top lane pick for last. That is something that they may want to do, seeing as KFO has gone for those split push matchups. Maybe you can find something that is going to be a decent matchup here. Hecarim is going to be the lock. I'm expecting Hecarim to go jungle. This is something that is massive in solo queue right now. If you're playing a high elo, you probably know you're never going to get to play this champion. It's always banned. It works great with the Trinity Force. You know, got some buffs quite a while ago. Has been really popular in solo queue. Has not been lighting it up as much in the professional scene, but has seen some play and is very, very effective. And guess what it does? It engages.
Yep.
It engages really darn well. This thing is fast. You have explosive engages. You have the Ashe arrow. You follow that up with the Hecarim ult. You have the Azir kind of insect play, pushing people back. So this is explosive engage here from P1. And does Fox dare pick the Talia? It's locked.
Yep. All right. So Froggen actually.
Here we go.
He's heard us for 5 weeks saying you don't play any new champions. Like, fine, I'll play the newest champion. Let's go. Is KFO going to take Jax once again? Very curious to see how that does into the Azir, but on your point about Anori, yep, he's played Hecarim before. Haven't seen it too much, but he is one of the players that seems to like to take it. Kind of makes sense, I guess, you know, coming from the upper echelons of ranked play. Going to be taking Hecarim now into the LCS.
It's
but what's
great.
the last pick here?
I mean, the champion,
it's great.
The champion works very, very well. We'll have to see what they're going to do. Yes, there is a possibility that's flex the top lane. Don't think it'll happen. Now, what does P1 do? Yes, they have this kind of really heavy engage comp. They have the tools with the Hecarim, with the Ashe to find these picks. Do they just say, okay, let's just go back to the Shen? It worked fine. We just need to get back in there, but...
Probably not that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be this. Oh, don't worry, it'll get
A
lost.
hard counter to Jack, boys. We found the blind. No, it is going to be Shen again.
So it is Shen. They're kind of saying, yes, the Shen was not the problem. We just didn't have enough ways in with the rest of the squad. So now they are swapping that up. They have the Hecarim instead of the Elise, the Ashe instead of the Sivir. So more powerful, kind of just all-in ulti engages. We'll see what they can make happen because they could fall victim to the same sort of struggles as last game if they allow KFO to get big, especially if they do a poor job executing on the lane swap as they did in game 1, and giving Jax that lead can be very dangerous for the Shen. We also have to keep in mind that although Froggen is on Ignite right now, he may not go TP. This is still a champion that can move around the map very quickly. Yes. It can converge. He can go from mid lane to top lane, join up with KFO, get picks like that. You can section people off. You can even take side lane farm and just use your ultimate to kind of surf back to the team. So it's similar in that playstyle. My guess is that it is going to be more of that kind of 1-4 type split game for Echo Fox instead of the 1-3-1, but it's a similar style of drafting. We'll see how it works out.
I like it, and the changes from P1 definitely showing signs of life there with way more engaged. I think Hecarim answered a lot of their potential questions, but we're looking for you to connect with us on Twitter, so don't forget to send your pics of your team swag at LOL Esports using the hashtag LOCKIN. We want to know which team has the most pump fans, so let's see jerseys, face paint, and any other way you show your spirit.
You can send in pics wearing your Pastry Time t-shirts. You know, you got your own swag.
I wish I had my own swag. Not today. I lost it somewhere. I think I left it in Australia.
Oh, that's unlucky. But either way, going to be moving into game 2 here. A lot of explosive engage here for P1. They picked the tools they need to hopefully battle back here and push to game 3.
Well, we'll have to find out because it was a slow burner in game number 1.
Oh, yeah.
7 kills in 32 minutes. We'll see if we can
and only 2 for the winning team. Riddle me that.
Which, again, like, definitely tells you a lot about how that game was played. But Froggen's going to move out, surfing away on the league's newest champion.
So will it be the lane swap? Will they match up in these 2v2s? We're going to have to find out. You know, if P1 wants to opt into the lane swap again, avoid the 2v2 matchup, they really do need to kind of clean up their execution. Do not allow KFO, who is taunting away here.
Oh!
Ooh.
Hey!
Got it. I don't know what Zig was thinking. This champion with an auto reset.
And then he laughs immediately.
Yeah. I'd be laughing too.
Well, I like it. KFO with the first LCS. Big smile on his face after taking down the Trinket Lord.
Zig's smiling too. I think they're just having a laugh. Not that big of a deal, but still a bit silly.
Froggen did keep Ignite, to your question earlier. And Pyrian actually kept that Teleport as well. Teleport Azir has not been particularly fashionable.
No, it's not really like you're looking for these high-impact TPs. It's more just about, okay, hey, we really struggle to control the side waves. We have now someone... He's not looking for some big TP flank. He's looking to go to bot lane, clear waves that are being pushed in, that kind of thing, and then, you know, TPing back to his turret, TPing back to his team, that sort of thing. So it's just trying to... They're basically trying to plug all the holes that they had last game. They're saying, hey, we got out-macroed really badly last game. We did not have a mid laner with TP. We couldn't deal with all the side lane pressure. Put TP on the Azir, allow that as an extra option, and then have all this hard engage to try to pick the fights. So I think it's smart. While you could argue that, oh, maybe it's not ideal in some ways, I think that they're making adjustments based on what happened in game 1. And I think that's a smart way for a team like this to play.
Have to agree, but curious to see how the Azir-Talia matchup plays out. Talia with some decent range. We often see people try and outrange Azir to beat him, but we'll have to see. It's Froggen right now, playing up and aggressive, able to wave clear very easily with the early Q, but Inori, just in case, always in the area. As we actually got standard lanes this time, which we forgot to point out.
We did.
An actual 2v2 this time.
So we'll have to see. Another key thing here is going to be how this dual lane goes. You know, can Keith and Big carve out an advantage for themselves? They're getting pushed in here early. Part of that is because of the kind of Targon advantage on the first wave. You can just execute a couple minions, get the push. But as it goes on, if you continually land poke on these champions, Soraka just keeps healing you back up, keeps, you know, poking them with their Q. It can be very tough to deal with that if the Ashe is getting tagged by this harassment. So, you know, if Fox can carve out an advantage for themselves in the 2v2, that would be big.
Well, decent attempt from Froggen there. Tries to seismic shove Pyrian for a bit of poke, but doesn't get it. Gate, though, taking damage. And just like you said, that's the issue.
It's tough, and that is what they have to worry about. Basically, P1 just wants to try to push it in over and over and over, but there's already a 4-man squad down here. This is going to be trouble.
Hard gets a knock up on a Gate. Mash forced to flash out as well, but Froggen moves forward. Great trick there from Gate, but he's maybe not going to be enough at will this time, though.
Really nice sidestep there from Gate, avoiding the toss back from Froggen. But I have to say, I think that was a mistake from Hard. You want to wait till they flash before you flash knock up. You don't engage with the flash when they still have theirs. So you just kind of want to walk in, pop them up, and then they flash, you flash after them. You can hopefully chase and finish them off for that damage. And I think had he played that a little bit differently, they could have gotten first blood. So a bit of a mistaken execution from Hard, in my opinion.
Yep, I like the aggression though from Echo Fox. Froggen with an early roam to bottom lane, but gank does not come through there. KFO easy cleaning minions out in the meantime though. He's actually a little bit behind on CS, but just caught up now as Zig's got the early shove in. But again, lanes tend to only get better for Jax, not worse, so KFO happy to take his lumps now if it means it'll pay off later.
Yep. Shen does not have to worry for quite some time. That's one of the things. This is a better start for P1, certainly. A lot of commitment from Fox. Summoner's blown in the bot lane by the jungler, by the mid laner. And Inori, he still has his ghost. The mid laner from Pyrion has his flash. So we'll see if they can actually capitalize on Froggen missing that summoner and get something out for himself. Shen is in a better spot. And if you can get to a Sunfire cape pretty quickly here on Shen, even just like the Balmy Cinder and stuff, you can actually bully around the Jax pretty well. You can do well in that matchup. It's just later in the game he starts to outscale you. But you have a good long window where you're pretty happy.
Well, you can see Hard actually starting that blue, but that will likely be donated over to Froggen here. So I think Froggen just waiting to go ahead and collect it. Busy fighting right now, but just going to shove that wave in. Does eat damage from Pyrion. Now Inori's here as well. Gets the knockback. Froggen not able to move it back. Don't shove Inori back, but first blood goes to Azir.
And Nori capitalizing on the no flash mid laner here. That means Froggen misses out on the blue buff. He has no TP. When you die with Ignite, that hurts. He's going to lose this wave. He's going to lose his life. Azir and P1 off to a great start.
Great pressure there from Inori. Can they continue here as Keith and Big still pushing this lane in, starting to get to trouble spots here for P1, but Mash and Get will collect what CS they can.
There's a lot of minions there for them to collect, so although it is a CS disadvantage, certainly, they're not really in that much trouble. And here we have Inori, nice pathing, pops the Ghost, able to get behind him, knocks him right back in. And sure, Froggen peels for himself pretty well, played that about as best he could, but without the flash, no chance to escape.
Yep, so double Doran's not enough health, and now Pyrion actually comes back with a Stinger and 2 Doran's rings, so boots for Froggen might make escape a little easier next time, but definitely kill in the right place there for P1 as Pyrion going to get stronger earlier.
Also worth mentioning, Froggen still is not going to have flash for quite some time. Inori's going to be 6 before Froggen has flash. If I'm Inori, I'm returning to the scene of the crime. As soon as I hit 6, which he just did, go back to mid lane, ult in there. Pyrion can use his flash, the Azir sec after the Hecarim ult, and that's where he's going, man. This should be a free kill if they can execute this. We'll see exactly what happens. Rek'Sai coming around, but Hecarim is standing still. He has not been spotted. Okay, now he has.
Okay, good work there from Hard. I thought that missed Pro Seeker was going to spell disaster for the mid lane, but good presence of mind there from Hard to expect the regank there from Inori. Does sniff that out and make sure Froggen stays safe.
Still, it's Froggen. Look how far back he has to play. He has to basically just sit way back. He's not even in experience range right now because he knows the engage range of the Hecarim. He needs to wait till he has flash, and this is a pretty rough spot there for Froggen. Thankfully for him, the wave going to get pushed in. He can pick a lot of this up, and early lucidity for Inori that tells you a lot of what he wants to do. He wants to be able to have super low summoner spell cooldown. With the Ghost already being low, you get insight in the defensive tree, you pick up lucidity, now you have ridiculously low cooldown on the Ghost. You can basically use it every single time you engage. Your ultimate's going to be a lower cooldown. It's a fantastic early pickup.
Yep.
Love it.
Inori just trying to do work early, and so with the rest of Phoenix 1 actually, they've started the Mountain Drake and they'll get it very early on. Echo Fox looking top lane for a potential play, but this burst Drake belongs to P1.
Talia has the ulti. Echo Fox trying to make the response play here. We'll see if Froggen can surf in. They're going to go for the dive. They want to get Zig behind.
Yep,
TP coming in, though.
Yep, this is actually not too bad, but Zig taking some damage. KFO already taking too many turret shots, so Pyrion defends.
Really good response from Pyrion. TP's in time. Senses the dive coming because there's no way that Jax just randomly engages under the turret like that if there's not a dive coming. The rest of the players are missing. Before they even see the Talia and the Rek'Sai, they're like, yep, they're going for the dive. He TP's in, well played, and a great use of that early summoner from Pyrion. So P1 is looking solid. They get the Mountain Drake. Inori going to try to steal away this red buff too.
Looks like he's going to get it as well, so nice
Good
stuff from the top side of P1. Bottom lane, again, like not too much happening, but Mash has been throwing Hawk shots over. I think he actually saw the blue buff that Froggen wanted before he died. So, I mean, if they're just farming, 80 carries are happy. It's really the top side of the map that's been all action all the time. Inori did successfully steal it away. Not going to get spotted by Rek'Sai as he hits the recall button, but Hard will find the pink ward that was there earlier. So Bit more protection for Froggen, who now has his flashback up. Might be a bit safer there.
Yeah, has that flash, has that ulti, going to be looking to try to affect these side lanes. Although that top lane dive was thwarted by Pyrian, you know, Froggen didn't actually pull the trigger on his ult, so it didn't really cost them that much, and it was still a nice move from Fox, and we do see that Froggen has it available, so it's going to be a matter of when he wants to make that call again. He's already moving up towards top lane, going to be looking for Shen. They want to get KFO ahead. He's spotted out by a pink ward, though, so no real chance of surprise right now. And you can see Zig is already backing way off, knowing the threat of Talia is quite real.
Intelligent there from Zig, making sure to not get caught out of position. Froggen, though, can just do it again. Again, returns to the wave, clears it up pretty easily. And now if he wants, he can leave again. Inori, though, is found hard actually looking towards his bottom lane, but doesn't commit for it. Ghost, back up for Inori. Hasn't used his ultimate just yet, so look for him as well to make an impact early. It really has been a lot of roaming between these lanes, and only one kill for P1 so far, but not for lack of trying.
But they're up in farm, and they're looking good. Their draft was intelligent. Their play so far has been solid. No complaints with anything that P1 is doing.
Well, except maybe that. KFO gets a great trade there, but Zig should be fine. Shen is very safe.
He's okay. He has a lot of early armor here. The Tabbies picked up another cloth armor, going to be building towards that Sunfire. So he's building for this 1v1 matchup, going to be able to pick up that farm, and things are looking pretty good. It's okay to be a bit behind, but I still want to see Zig be more proactive with his ultimates, with his TPs. You know, he has been someone in the first game that didn't really make too much happen with those ults, and with Hecarim, you don't have to wait for the other team to like go for a dive and then ult in. You can actually just make it happen yourself. Hecarim ults in with a Shen ulting on top of him. If you catch the Soraka or the AD carry, really anyone, you land that taunt after it, you can clean up a pretty easy kill. So I would like to see them be proactive. Don't allow Fox the breathing room to just have KFO scale up into this monster Jax.
Yeah, despite the comps being different, we know that Echo Fox are more than happy to play patiently if the situation calls for it. So
yeah,
I agree. I think P1 do want to sort of put their foot down just a bit.
Yeah.
Big and Keith under threat, but not too much worry for them. As once again, Echo Fox going top lane. Zig pops the Spirit's Refuge, does get stunned.
Well, I think they're going to go for it this time. Froggen has the ulti. He's going to come surfing in, perhaps? Nope, not going for it yet.
It's going to go for a straightforward dive flash knockups there. Seismic Shove not quite going to land in, but Zig taking damage and KFO claims it.
A nice flash from Zig, trying to buy as much time as possible, maybe make something happen, but with a 3-man dive, Rek'Sai tanking, not really a chance for Zig to survive, so they do really force it. But the question is, what can P1 get done elsewhere on the map? You know, what are they losing? And right now, it's that bottom turret. Azir's pushing in on that mid lane turret. If they lose 2 turrets, yes, they're going for the Rift Herald, but that is a lot of early gold to give up here to P1, and it's tough to say if it's worth it, but you can really just see they're saying, how do we win this game? Well, it's KFO. We 3-man dive top twice. We give him the Rift Herald in exchange for turrets. Like, this is a big commitment, so KFO has to extend this lead. He must do well for his team this game.
Yeah, Keith actually still mid, so Pyrian not able to claim the other turret, and Froggen and Hard still working on a turret trade here. They should be able to get this one, and will. Froggen able to get the last hit there, so an effective trade, but P1 still happy with that exchange, I think.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think they got the best out of that bad situation, having lost him, got that damage on mid lane turret, and they're still pushing down here in the bot lane. Rek'Sai gonna respond. Still Shen ulti available. The Hecarim ulti is available too. Are they gonna make a move?
Well, maybe. Inori hasn't used it just yet. That great pre-6 gank. It's funny, you talk about level 6 junglers. Yeah. Hecarim is kind of one of them, but his greatest gank was the one he used without his ultimate. Froggen, though, has definitely been playing a lot safer. And it's Proto Belt Talia, actually.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Haven't seen too much Talia in the NALCS, but
Proto Belt's really good.
Yes.
You see a lot of added mobility. You can kind of hop in there. Actually does quite a bit of damage itself, and if you can get in the face of someone, you know, flip them into your E with a WE combo, land those Qs, you can do a lot of burst. It is a scary situation, though, if you're jumping forward into an Azir while pushing you out into Shen taunts. Hecarim ults, there's a lot they has to be worried about, but it does give them added mobility, added playmaking for sure.
I like that makes up some of the damage as well for a non-combat ultimate champion. As P1 grouping up, trying to retake. Oh, Inori gonna ride Shen in. Froggen always flashes, but Zig's here. There's the top Proto Belt. Gonna maybe get enough range out of the way. Now the TP following back in. Froggen puts up the one, almost separates him, but here's KFO. Pyrian has come down as well, though, and I think KFO may have sacrificed himself. Gonna zone them out though, and that's a save! No, it's not! KFO! Oh my god, he dodges everything with one Death Flash.
Oh man, and P1 pulls the trigger, but Zig actually shortchanged his taunt there. He didn't do the full taunt range. On Shen, you can actually just taunt like a millimeter if you want to. And he taunted just like a foot. I'm pretty sure he would have hit that even with the Proto Bell. We'll have to see if we get a replay. But I do believe he actually just taunted about a foot forward and kind of whiffed there. So that should have been a free kill on Froggen. Instead, they get nothing. And Fox is the one who takes the Dragon. Get out scot-free.
Very sneaky, yep. KFO and Hard just tunnel or leap over the wall. And that's the Drake going over to Echo Fox. Once again, KFO getting out of very sticky situations, but it does feel like P1 just aren't claiming their kills when they're presented to them.
Yeah, I think they could have cleaned that one up. At the same time, I like the proactive play. We talked about it. They need to just not shy away from it now. Say, okay, yes, that one didn't work, but we'll get them next time. Go back to it. And can they actually chase Froggen down here? We'll see if they can. Gate's getting low.
Yeah, damage is there. Ignite, I think actually is enough. It will get the kill, but now Froggen may be in trouble.
Soraka's coming. He's got to finish him off.
Froggen Proto Belts, he's trying to cut out of the way, but that's one last rampage, and Nori gets it.
Worth on the trade, but I think Gate could have been a little bit more careful, probably saved his own life there too. Still, P1 will take that trade every time. Support for that mid laner, and let's see. So in comes the ulti, nice flash from Froggen, and watch that taunt. Yeah, I think he did shortchange that for sure. Did not go for the full duration, the kind of full range taunt. He just kind of wanted to hop forward. At least that's what it looked like. I'm sure someone will tell me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like a bit of an oopsie. Either way, nice flash there from KFO, dodging out not only the Azir Sec, but the Ashe ulti too. Still, P1 is ahead, and they are looking so much better than last game. They're playing proactive.
Varian actually going to scoop Hard back in, and Ori used the ulti, but there's a flash up from Hard. Woo, creative, but again, P1 continuing to be active. Like, Fox are having to burn summoners here, and next time that happens, they're not going to have flash.
Also worth mentioning, it's not like P1 has bad scaling. They have an Azir, right? This is a monster mid laner. Hecarim actually scales very well, too. We have some very respectable scaling for this team, so they're not going to be afraid to go late game, and Hard comes right back in and smites away the red buff after all of that. You got to be like, are you kidding me? You're still here?
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And it does feel like the tiny situations Echo Fox are eking out here and there. Overall, their P1's players look good, and this game is close.
Very close.
500 gold between the two. P1 still up, but KFO with the Trinity Force now finished, starting to bully Zig around just a little bit.
We'll be able to win those trades for sure if Zig gets kind of caught in a Counter-Strike or something like that. But at the same time, Zig should not really have any kill threat onto him unless he gets way far out and gets chased down, or it's, you know, an odd man fight. If he gets dove or something, that's a different story, but in the 1v1, they should not be able to kill. They're going to go for the dive.
Yeah, oh, Zig gets caught after the taunt, not quite enough distance on it. But they're going to turn things around. KFO with a stun. They're actually talent-diving a little too hard. KFO taking
and Nori's coming up.
They're not going to retake it. Zig, oh, good flash. And now Nori going to turn around. They want KFO. They're going to try and get it. But the counter-strike could keep him away. And Nori, still trying to kite it out. Leap strike away. Oh, Arrow going to miss again. God. And there's Pyrian going to finish it off. KFO finally dies.
So they do get the kill. Well played there by Zig. A botched dive from Fox. Hard is the one who's supposed to be tanking the turret. You need the Jax in there dealing the damage. Unfortunately, Jax gets aggro. Zig holds his flash a long time, is able to escape. Really well played there. At first, I was thinking he should have straight flashed away, which would have meant his life gets saved. But this way, he does not only save his own life, he gets a kill for his team. So good job by the Shen.
Well, Froggen has actually been bottom lane. He took a tower before, but the gold's back to even after that kill. So P1 still trying to find a bit more of a lead here. Both teams really fighting for a bit better positioning. Hard though, that's definitely not a spot you want to be in. And P1 are going to take a free mid tower. Hard goes back in for it though. Froggen here trying to cut it around. Ulti going to cut them off. Pyrian getting low, but that's not enough. The kill does go over onto Hard. And they're still fighting it out. KFO actually made it all the way in the back. Mash is going to fall down though. But now KFO is going to get stunned. Not too many places to run, but KFO is doing so much damage. A double kill for Jax already. And now going to look for a way to escape. Counter-Strike will throw it. Froggen's here and he's out.
Oh my god, they just let him walk in and out like that. I think Pyrian could have collapsed and killed him. Pyrian ran off to the left side. I'm kind of surprised he didn't come back and try to help his team kill off KFO. Maybe he just thought that they had it under control, but with Inori having no mana, the AD carry already dead, not a lot of damage left over, and kind of a weird little fight there. KFO walks in, picks up a couple easy kills.
Yep. Good punish there from Echo Fox. It's KFO now 3-1-0. Kind of mirroring Pyrion there, 3-0-0 on the Azir. So two big scaling carries in different lanes for either team could make for a fun mid-game, but we'll watch this again.
Yeah, so Froggen down by the Dragon Pit, gonna send the Talia ulti in, and he's gonna try to block them off. There they get pushed in, and it's Mash on the outside. He's trying to contribute as much damage as possible. Fight starts actually pretty darn well for P1, but then it's KFO on the backside. A nice taunt from Zig trying to peel this Jax off of him, but not able to do it. And Shen can just not kill this guy fast enough. Pyrion's gonna bail out to the top side. Did not feel like he was safe to join, and may have been right.
Well, playing safe there a bit for P1 towards the end, but great moves from KFO to get himself another few kills. Froggen still in the top lane. Remember, no TP this time, and no ulti just yet for Talia, but still relatively mobile around the map.
I would say that Inori probably should have held his ult for a more priority target than Hard, though. He did just kind of one-man ult on that tank jungler, and although they got the kill, sometimes the fight can backfire when you do not have those important spells for the important missions.
Maybe would have gotten it without it, so see if P1 can... Hard to know. I mean, I like they're using their engage, but maybe need to pick some better spots for it. KFO, though, he's busy bottom lane, although Froggen's going to join in. Echo Fox actually playing towards his bottom side, because Drake's up in 10 seconds. They already have one Ocean, P1 with a Mountain. We'll see who gets the next Drake. It is Ocean Drake spawning just about now.
So Cinderhall completed. Both junglers have Sight Stones, and Inori working towards his Trinity Force. Hard getting caught out here.
That's the face check, and there's a stun.
They have enough damage, though. Doesn't look...
Oh, arrow again, flash. Poor Mash.
I don't think he's landed a single one. Okay, well, that one hit Froggen, actually. But he's been having a rough time of it. Still, anytime you get a summoner for that ulti, it's very, very nice. We have the Shen in base. He has his TP. He has his ult. They're going to be looking for an engage. Unfortunately, Hecarim has been spotted. I think that's where they were trying to go, but he got pinged out, and I think he wanted to look for a go on Froggen with the Shen ulti.
Well, Drake's now alive, but Inori is the first to the area. Phoenix One going to rotate themselves over as that pink wall gets cleared out. Once the start, it does. Misses the rampage, but now going to pull the Drake out, and Phoenix One going to see if Echo Fox fancy a challenge at this objective.
I don't think they do. KFO is moving to top lane. They may try for a steal, but that would be it. KFO wants to catch the wave, doesn't have DP, so they will give over the Dragon. P1 picks up their second of the game, looking much better. We'll see if they can catch out Froggen, who is kind of pretty far up here by himself.
Yeah, Froggen again has been kind of dipping into those side waves, but he's not been nearly as deep as he was in game one with the rise, with the teleport. Ryle's though finished for Talia, so Froggen, lots of teamfight control now available.
Yeah. Talia definitely not the kind of duelist that Rise is. You know, you can't be as aggressive. Definitely has a lot of utility. Can be very strong in the team fights and setting up these scenarios for your teams to win, but as far as just straight up walking up to the Shen, bullying him around like he was last game, he's not going to be in a position to really ever do that.
No, Zig is actually pretty tanky already. Keith is the target. Shen batted once again. Hurrying going to ride him in. Zig's here. There's the taunt, and that's the kill.
I think you should probably give it to the Azir, but well played by P1. They get proactive, and that is one strong Azir. He could just not escape, even with the Sivir ulti. That Rylai's is so annoying, and Pyrion is becoming a problem. This is a 3-0-1 Azir. He's a hyperscaling champion, and he's well on his way to becoming a menace in this game. They're going to start up Baron. KFO's in the area, not spotted out, but in comes Fox. They're going to make the collapse.
Got pretty crazy Baron damage, but Fox have already spotted them. KFO kind of around. Baron knocks them up. Kate trying to zone them out of the way, but Mash actually arrows down, looking for a kill on the bottom end of your screen. It is KFO. They want Pyrion rides in for it, but now Inori going to move back in. KFO finally goes down, and Inori maybe is going to escape here as ignited, but he's not going to fall.
Oh my god, look at his health. He can't even see the bar. He got healed up there by Mash last second. I think Mash actually flashed healed him. So really nice stuff there from P1. They make the call to go on to KFO. They get the kill. A lot of summoners blown by Fox here too. It was a close fight, but they're being proactive. They start the Baron, they make the peel, and get a kill.
Able to kite their way around the fight as well, so Froggen doesn't get any extra kills, and Pyrion is gatekeepering this turret very solidly. No one can walk too close to those Sand Soldiers. P1 have to reset for the Baron, burn some cooldowns, get a kill, but don't get the big objective. But definitely hard in the right place for that play. As Echo Fox are trying to crack this mid-outer, but I'm not sure Pyrion wants to give it over. Gate does take some damage there from a nice little combo from Froggen, but Tower's going to stay up.
Certainly will. Good defense. Pyrion probably has quite a bit of gold on himself. Going to base up now. We'll see what he's going to work towards. KFO getting pretty strong, but is getting taken out in this fight. There is some split decision here from P1. You can see 3 members going back to the Baron, but Mash and Gate are engaging, and they make the call, they go in. Now Inori committing fully, ults in here, and there is the heal actually coming out last second there from Mash, and able to barely survive. So a bit of split decision there from P1, but they do make the call, and it does work out for the team.
Definitely right idea. Froggen going to go ahead and take his blue buff. Last auto is going to get it. Actually looking towards top lane now because Gate's still pushing with Mash there as well. Pyrion, they're going to set up a turret. He's just tying up everyone from Echo Fox right now. Nash is already done. He's got those Berserker Greaves. And now looks like Void Staff going to be that third item with the Rylai's already completed. The squishy target strike quickly. Froggen gets nailed. And now Inori runs in, gets the ulti, knocks him back as well. Stun's going to land in. Beautiful CC chain. Just commit everything. Stage United in as well.
Yeah, no problem there from P1. They make a nice play. Mash nails the arrow, and I think it was a good use of the ulti because he saw the TP coming in from KFO. KFO is going to cancel it up. They're going to go straight to the Baron. They need to get something from this.
And KFO,
because
like
he's going to keep pushing.
Yeah, he already burnt teleport, so they are going to take it. KFO just going to stick to it. Has taken one turret already, but Baron over to P1 very quickly and hard. He wanted to steal, but it might cost him his life. Big got stunned. Ulti going to miss, and Big, no, not going to get out of it. Zig able to taunt him down.
Nice job there by P1. That is the decisiveness we missed in game number 1. They get the kill, they make the call to go on to the Baron, and because they get the Baron recalls, no threat of their inhibitor going down to KFO. Nicely played, and Inori's going to be getting close to this Trini Force, which is going to be massive for him. A lot of key items are coming in from P1. They're going to clean up some more global gold as they push it in. Can make the rotation to top.
4,000 gold up already, make it 5. As that mid-tier 2 falls down, now going to move themselves towards that top lane and see if they can't push Froggen out of his farming lane. And P1 just getting themselves further ahead. Should be 5 turrets to 3 in very short order.
Ash arrows available too, so they have to be careful if they're going to move into this lane, and as a result, just going to give it up.
Can't really defend here. P1 though probably have to reset and spend some gold. Fox will do what they can now to clear out all the vision that P1 have just put in their left side jungle. And KFO is getting stronger. He's got the Spirit Visage now, but he's not strong enough to go complete man mode in the split pushing, and P1 made them pay.
He's also not really outpacing Zig at all because Zig has had access to a lot more global gold, the Baron, extra turrets, and Zig almost just picked up an entire Randuin's. He has the pieces. That, in addition to the Tabbies and the Sunfire Cape, is going to make him very, very tanky, and having Spirit Visage for this mixed damage is very nice too. Hard gets tagged by the arrow. Can they actually chase him down? Ooh, I don't think so.
Yeah, Inori decides not to overcommit, which makes sense.
Good call.
Hard going to get away. He's pretty tanky, so he's relatively safe there, especially with Big in his back pocket. But P1 now looking to assault probably the bottom lane now. That's the only tier 2 turret left on the map for Echo Fox, and Baron's up for a little while longer.
They want Mountain though. They want this extra Drake, allow them to extend their advantage. They should be able to get it. KFO is pushing hard in the top lane though. Zig needs to get up there and hold that turret. We'll see if he can do it. KFO is going to have to look for an outplay in the top lane to see what they can get done.
Well, Spirit's Refuge popped up, but KFO going to walk around it. Zig not going to stop him, but KFO getting a little low.
I think Zig can take this fight. He doesn't need to run.
KFO turning it around, gets the stun, but he's going to keep going. Baron and Power Minions helping out a little too much, and KFO realizes. Great flash taunt from Zig. Counter-Strike's going to keep him alive for long enough, and KFO flashes out to safety. There was the bait.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello, Froggen. Straight in, wall into 2. Inori ults back in. Arrow going to land. Hits Froggen in the face, and Inori now going to ride Shen straight in. Zig able to get another kill. Pyrion pops the ulti to celebrate.
And Froggen a little over-aggressive there. Surfs on into his own demise. He is going to get picked up. Nice ult from Mash to catch him out of that Hecarim fear. They are pushing hard here. They could look to go for the inhibitor.
Might just break here. I like the aggression from Froggen, but perhaps a bit misplaced as P1 shut that down very quickly. And all of a sudden, base broke and P1 going to look to win another game 2 and force a third here. The king of game 2 upsets. Phoenix 1, that could be their new identity.
It's their game to win. The crowd is behind him. A lot of cheering for P1 today. And here is that replay. Froggen gonna go, but he is way ahead of the team. And although he's pretty tanky for a mid laner, has this rock healing him up too. He gets tagged by those double ultis, completely CC'd up. Rek'Sai able to flash out to safety, but it's the kill that opens up the inhibitor, and they're lucky, honestly, that KFO didn't go down on the top lane. I think Zig didn't quite realize his advantage when that fight was starting with, he had all those Baron minions, and had he engaged straight away and not had to use the flash to actually get it on the taunt, he could have chased him down and killed him, and that might have meant the end.
Ooh, maybe a catch here. Good taunt away, but the slow's still there. Hard looking for the knockup. Does find it as he's going to get knocked back in as well. Zig is very tanky though. This will take a little while longer, but they've got the Rylos. They should be able to chain the slows together, and a slow but sure demise perhaps here for Zig as Froggen just going to cut him around. Gets the re-knock up, seismic shove, arrow lands, but it's just on the hard, and Froggen going to keep chasing in, and Zig, no flash and no hope. Taunts away, maybe enough. Hard going to keep chasing in, but Froggen proto belts in, and there's the shutdown.
They're losing the mid lane inhibitor. This is almost a role reversal from last game, where you see them chasing after that top laner, and a mid lane inhib goes down. Zig delays very well, and P1 looking great this game too. The draft is a massive improvement. Their play much better here as well. 3 dragons taken. Next one is going to be that Infernal, which they'd love to get to. They're up 6k gold, 2 inhibs down. It's going to be tough for Fox to come back.
It is, and it looks like maybe Phoenix 1 will force the game through, but not over yet. KFO now going Blade of the Ruin King actually, so realizes, okay, I kind of do actually have to win these 1v1s, or my pressure's not going to be nearly as effective. Echo Fox have a decent 4. If they want to look for maybe a 5, but they kind of need P1 to make a mistake, and there's no plays coming in for the next few minutes because these super minions are going to cause so much pressure. Echo Fox do have to deal with them for the next few minutes.
Definitely do. It does slow down the split push quite a lot. Gives a lot of added pressure here for P1. Even just the fact that KFO is going to be kind of stuck here just dealing with the minion waves to keep them even. And it does make it tough. And P1, with 2 inhibitors cracked, one more good fight, one more pick can mean the end of the game for Fox. So with Ash Arrow available, the Hecarim multi available, a lot of engaged tools here for P1. And Fox is going to have to play this extremely carefully.
Well, Baron is back up in a minute 15, so P1 resetting vision back around that area. KFO, of course, split pushing in that bottom lane, but gonna just push out one more wave perhaps and go home. Zig busy escorting the super minions into the mid wave here. Froggen does tag him, but not enough damage. Aaron does actually have a Zhonya's, so definitely more of a team fight build, but not gonna crack through that tank with any speed.
No, not at all, but he's relatively tanky. He's got a lot of HP, has the Zhonya's, so some advantages to be had there. P1 just trying to push in these waves, get the super minions, pushing in on those Nexus turrets, and try to be able to open up some chances to take out that top lane inhib. Baron spawning at 30, they don't need to rush. They're controlling vision as long as they can continue to do so, clear out these wards. They're going to have a good crack at taking the Baron or setting up a bait.
And Echo Fox doing a decent job clearing a minion wave. Froggen able to wave clear pretty effectively. Gonna knock those back and do what damage you can. P1, they haven't quite made a concerted effort to really assault this last top lane, but I think they're just waiting for the waves to synchronize.
They can also wait for Baron, right?
True.
There's 2 inhibs down, and Baron's in 15. They're looking for opportunities. They're going to poke around, but they don't need to commit because they have the advantage on Baron. They have the vision.
Well spotted there as Hard fires a Prosig into the brush and does spot the rest of Phoenix 1. But Baron is now back alive, so it is objective time perhaps for P1. Zig in the bottom lane, ready to go with both teleport and ulti if he needs it, and P1 is sitting on a ward.
A huge wave pushing in here too. Zig smartly backs off. Do not give Jax a chance at getting the outplay of taking someone out. He has to complete a Blade of the Ruin King now, and they're going to start with the Baron.
Yep, now P1 started. No vision in the actual pit.
They know it. They know it. They have the ward outside.
Oh,
so
damage is massive. Talia!
And it's too late.
No, it's too late for Froggen. Wall lands in, but Mash actually fires an arrow out. Froggen got stunned. There's a knockup from the Braum. Big going to try and save him with the Mikhail. But now Big, maybe the target gate, though, slowed by all the rocks, is going to have to walk his way out. But P1, they got what they wanted. They take the objective.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard for Fox to hold on here. No flash on the mid laner, no flash on the AD carry or the support. And there's still a Nori sitting on the Hecarim ult. Zig still has the Shen ult. They have Hard engaged. They have the Baron buff. All waves are pushing. P1 looking poised to take down game number 2.
Yep, it's pretty much their time to try and close this game. They're going to move in with a fresh Baron buff and see if they can't do just that. Their bottom and hit back up. Echo Fox kind of need to go now. Hard going to knock up Zig. Froggen trying to fire away where he can.
Fast.
Yeah, turret too much damage there. And now this inhib. This is kind of your last chance, Echo Fox, but they cannot defend it. Damage is too high.
Yeah, the inhibitors are respawning, so P1 going to make the safe play, heading down to bot lane, seeing if they can clean them all up. Inori is a little low. They may want to kind of back off and heal up. We'll see what the call is going to be, and it looks like they want to just play it safe, base one more time, then head to bot lane. They still have quite a bit of time on their Baron, and try to pick up those last two inhibs once again as they respawn.
All right, so a few chances remaining for Echo Fox, as they will have another shot at defending their base.
Yeah.
Sun turret falls down as KFO shoves out the newly super minion top lane, but Phoenix 1 go back, they get their shops in. Pyrion's absolutely gigantic once again. 4 items now on that Azir, and Infernal Drake's up in 50 seconds. If P1 also want to add that as a potential win condition, might as well take it at this point. I think they do want to play safe and close this one out maybe a little more slowly just to make sure. But Echo Fox, not too many avenues back into this game.
It's tough because it's so hard to even just clear all these minions when you have multiple super minion waves coming in with the Baron empowerment. You have a GA now completed by Zig, so that's going to be another key item for this kind of final all-in fight. Fox has to try to find some way to delay, and really the only way I see it coming is off a pick. Has to be some sort of 1v1 outplay. You know, if KFO can somehow kill off Zig in the 1v1, or, you know, Frog can cut someone off and they can get a kill, that's their way back into the game. Besides that, it should be pretty easy to close out.
Zig is still really afraid of KFO. He's actually almost 100 CS down, and the Blade of the Ruin King is finished. P1, though, just going to make the safe play. They will take the Infernal Drake now that it's spawned. Elder Dragon will be the next one if we get there. Didn't get there in game 1. I don't think we'll get there in this one. Phoenix 1.
I would like to see them push for these inhibs, though, while the Baron is still active. They've been spending a lot of time, you know, making the base, waiting for the Dragon. I think that's fine, but you want to get these inhibs down. This is your best chance.
Gonna have to try and get it with the fresh Infernal Drake. It's probably a better time than ever. Inori gonna charge up that E, start speeding up. Echo Fox, though, again, this is a point they can defend. KFO gonna make his way back, might just rush down, maybe look for a home guard flank.
See if they can do it. Almost every single summoner, actually every summoner now up for P1, so they have all the pieces in play to finish this off. We'll see if they can do it.
Just got to move them into position, but wave clear still there. KFO taking big damage, though. And the Baron Cannon still firing away on this inhib. That's going to go down. Mash with a few extra arrows. And now Hard wants it. He's going to go in for it. The ulti actually cuts him off from Talia, but Inori's already taken out big. It looks like a disaster for Echo Fox. Stick goes back in. Inori just uses the ulti in Froggen. He'll pop his Zhonya's. Keith going to try and turn it around. Damage is maybe there. KFO almost takes out Mash on the other end. Froggen and Zig fighting away, but Keith too busy tying up the tanks. KFO does make his way back in, but I don't think he can kill Mash. It's close, but he doesn't get a huge shot from Froggen, though. But it's not enough to turn the fight around.
Yeah, really close there. Almost able to take down the AD carry. P1 only lose 1, but they do back off. They have very low HP. Now they're kind of thinking better of it. Zig probably just going to TP right back to the team, join in, try to go for a death push. Froggen and Keith are going to have to hold out. Soraka's almost up, though.
Well, this last inhibitor is going to be the first target for P1. Zig did teleport back in aggressively, but Froggen is too low. Arrow hits him. Zig going to taunt back in. Cleanses it quite enough from the Mikhails, and Inori's going to take down Froggen big. Now the next target isn't quite going to get stunned. Matt looks for the volley, does find it for the next kill. That inhib's going to go down, and I'm pretty sure Phoenix 1 have this game.
Phoenix 1 battling back here in game 2. We'll see if they can close it out. They have all inhibitors down. It's looking bleak, but Gate is very low, and Nori's very low. Pyrion TPing, and they want to finish it now.
We talked about the double TP, but effective enough here in the situation. Keith getting monstered down as Pyrion almost takes him out. There's one Nexus turret. KFO back, but he's taking damage. The Nexus turret number 2 is down. P1 now with the Nexus open. Zig gonna tie up KFO as best he can. Nexus getting low. KFO, can they defend? Echo Fox just gonna get slaughtered though. And P1 are gonna force a third game.
Pyrion absolutely ripping through them there at the end. A completely fed Azir. 6-1-5 ends the game with the triple kill. And P1 looked like a completely different game there. Like completely